We don't always have that luxury, but when we can, they can be fascinating little creatures. And you can see this one's the early riser of the group, first awake. And obviously, because they are so small, even in a summer evening, the chill actually takes hold, and they have to spend at least the first half an hour of their morning sunbathing. And you'll find that with lots of the mongoose family, including the meerkats, or the suricats of the desert, of the Kalahari. They will also spend their first, and I know that Brian spent a long time following them, and they always do it, don't they, Brian? Yeah. That first thing in the morning sunbathing session, grooming, reaffirming their bonds before they go off for their day and go about their daily business. And of course, in the desert, temperatures, even in summer, but especially in winter, can drop below freezing during the night. And little animals have to huddle together for warmth and then sunbathe to get themselves moving and to sort of release their joints and their muscles. What's up, little one? Must be scary being that size in the bush. There's so much out here to catch them. And that one, you say he's catching a tan. Absolutely, although I think he's got a pretty good tan going already with that rich dark brown colour. Very important to remember if you ever come and visit South Africa or any parts of Africa during summer, lots and lots of sunblock on the subject of tanning. I'm pretty sure I'm going to turn into leather in the next 10 years or so, despite copious amounts of sunblock. The sun is incredibly strong. But yes, you can just imagine this little mongoose first thing in the morning, sunglasses on, little hat, leaning back, reclining on the termite mound. It's the perfect spot. Got a nice vantage point, a safety hole to dash back into if they need to. Now, Andrew, you want to know while we watch our mongoose family wake up, and I'm just wondering if there aren't any on the other side of the termite mound. I don't think so, though. I think this is just an early riser. The early mongoose catches the scorpion, so to speak. And you want to know if they're more active during the day or in the evening. The day. So they actually can be quite late risers, especially in winter. They sometimes only pop out at around 9 o'clock in the morning. And you usually find as soon as the sun starts to dip towards the horizon, they are back grooming each other, back clustered around their termite mound burrows or whatever holes they happen to live in at the particular time, because they do move from place to place. But absolutely, they are strictly diurnal. You will never see a dwarf mongoose out at night, or even in the evening as it starts to get dark. They spend they sort of spend the height of the day, even in the heat, because they're so small. They don't have to worry too much about getting too hot. They can spend most of their day foraging for insects. That is in complete contrast, of course, to their much larger cousin, the white-tailed mongoose. We spent there's a white-tailed mongoose den somewhere not far from here. And when we were doing the long evening drives right up until 10:30 at night, we spent about, I would say, a good hour, close to an hour, with a white-tailed mongoose in this area, in the pitch blackness. So a completely different approach. Water mongoose and white-tailed mongoose are nocturnal species of mongoose. The rest of them are diurnal. The slenders, the dwarf, and the banded mongoose. And banded mongoose we hardly ever get to see. Aren't they cute? They're such fascinating little creatures. And I sometimes wish that we had the time or the ability to just spend time with one particular family of mongoose and get to know which of them is the alpha breeding pair, because of course, much like the wild dogs that we were talking about earlier, only the alpha male and the female will breed. The rest of the family is devoted to helping to look after their young. Look at those fierce claws. You can actually see just how long they are, and that immediately tells you what this little creature is. It's the smallest of the carnivores, or the mammalian carnivores, on Djuma and in the Sabi sand, frantically digging through the sand to catch an expert diggers in terms of digging up grubs and scorpions. Ah, look at that. That's beautiful. I hope you're getting lots of amazing screenshots. You can even see its nose moving as it breathes and it sniffs the air. Now, while our little mongoose thinks about getting going for the day, it seems as though Brent's scavengers are